Alright, so welcome to Let's Talk Television, Season 3, Episode 5. Welcome back to the episode this week. So, this week was a relatively quiet news week, I would say, but I do have a couple trailers that came out this week for some new upcoming shows, one in the winter and, well, maybe you could argue the fall, but November, so it's coming in the next month. So, anyways, I'm looking forward to giving my thoughts on both of those trailers, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on them. But first, the spotlight for this week is Manifest. So, big news with that show. But first of all, just want to remind you guys that all the news I'm going to be talking about in this episode, and in other episodes, of course, as well, will always be listed in the description before the episode starts. So you guys can go on there, you know what the spotlight is, and also with the thumbnail and the title, that will be the focus of the spotlight as well. So, anyways, got a few things to talk about, but like I said, a relatively slow week, so this one might be a little bit shorter than the typical episode. But anyways, you know what, we'll have to see. Not all weeks are equal in terms of news and, you know, everything that's happening. You know, some weeks you'll have a lot, and some weeks you'll have, you know, not a lot, right? You know, not as much. So, anyways, you got to kind of roll with it. And still some really great things to talk about in this episode. If you want to share your thoughts, please do. You know, you can put those in the live chat as the episode is going on, you know, or in the comments if you're watching afterwards. And if you have any questions, then I can put those in next episode and answer those. So anyways, guys, appreciate for those of you who are tuning in right now. Really do appreciate it. Thank you, guys. And thank you so much for tuning in afterwards. I really appreciate it. So if you're liking this series, if you like what you see, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. I would really appreciate that. The support on the channel has been insane. The amount of subscribers I've gained and views, likes, comments, everything like that in the last, well, you know, 2 weeks, I would say. It's been insane. I've gained, I think, about, you know, 30-something subscribers. So, insane. So, anyways, just like to thank that. Mention that and thank you guys for that. So, anyways, without further ado, let's get into the episode here. Season 3, Episode 5, and we got quite a bit of news this week, but not maybe as much as some other weeks. So, anyways, for the spotlight for this episode, we have history in the making here with NBC's Manifest. So, the title here is Manifest Lands Full Season Order at NBC, and this one is from Hollywood Reporter. Just a reminder to all of you guys that all these articles I will be talking about and referencing as I discuss this news will not be in the description, unfortunately, because it just is too much of a tedious task for me to track down all these links and compile them and put them in the description. Maybe not necessarily this week, but other weeks where I have 6 or 7 different articles and stuff I'm referencing. For these news topics, it gets very tough to link all of those in the description. But again, I'm sure you could find these pretty easily, and that's also why I named the source, so that if you want to check it out, you can definitely search that up, and you'll probably find it very easily. So, anyways, Manifest lands full season order at NBC. So this is pretty, you know, I guess it was kind of obvious news. I think we knew it was going to happen. It was just kind of a question of, you know, was this the correct series to receive a full season order, right? Like, is it the type of show that is possible to receive a full season order, because we know it's been really successful, right? But it as I said, I think I said this in the news about New Amsterdam last week about how they got a full season order. In that article, it said, you know, a full season order is a little bit more difficult for series like Manifest, who are, you know, dramas, right? And it's not a procedural thing every week where you can just write and produce episodes that are kind of just a different topic each week. Like Manifest is an ongoing story, and so it's a little bit more difficult for those type of series to get a full season order and say, you know, 9 more episodes just to write and direct and produce all of a sudden, right? So, but they still do get a full season order, though it's not the whole 9 episodes. They get 3 episodes. So let's go over the article, and then I'll share more of my, I'll share more of my thoughts. Alright, so the network has extended the show for 3 more episodes, bringing its total for this season to 16. The move comes after 4 episodes in which Manifest established itself as one of the top-rated new series of the fall so far. It's the 4th new show and 2nd at NBC, following New Amsterdam, as I talked about last week, to have its order extended. In its first 4 episodes, the drama is averaging a 1.8 rating among adults 18 to 49 and 8.4 million viewers in the same day/live ratings. And this is where it gets absolutely crazy, and this is probably the main reason why this is the spotlight this week. After a week of delayed viewing, the September 24th premiere grew to a 4.2 in the 18 to 49 demo, up 2 full points from its initial ratings, and 18.4 million viewers, up 8 million, which is the second biggest lift ever for a broadcast show, and those are the biggest 7-day gains of any show in premiere week ever. Those are the biggest gains. So this is insane. And then ends off with Manifest now becomes the 4th new fall show to get a full season order, joining New Amsterdam, CBS's FBI, and ABC's Single Parents. So, by the way, FBI has been really great for CBS. I didn't check it out. Just because I know what kind of show it's going to be. It's going to be, again, that kind of procedural cop show where, you know, there's quite a few out there, right, that would rival it. But I think I've heard, I have heard that a lot of people think it's, you know, it's a pretty great show. And so I totally understand that one. Don't know much about Single Parents on ABC. So, anyways, though, it's crazy. Like, so when I checked the Manifest premiere out, I have a review for it as well on the channel. So if you want, you can go check that one out. And I did a review for the premiere, and I think I talked about the ratings, or maybe not in the video. But when did I talk about them then? I think maybe in Let's Talk Television I maybe talked about it, where they had 10 million viewers for that premiere, right? And, you know, then it ends up that that was just the live viewers, right? So they got 10 million live viewers, which is, you know, insane just in itself for a premiere. And then a week later, with these delayed viewing statistics, they get 18 million viewers. It is insane. So, and I love this, right? They say those are the biggest 7-day gains of any show in premiere week ever. Ever. So, it is insane how well Manifest is doing right now. Now, again, we have to be reminded of this. Does this mean that Manifest is the new Lost? Does this mean that it's, you know, the new Breaking Bad or whatever, right? No, right? I think those are two different things, right? I think it means it's a popular show. A lot of people are watching it, but that doesn't always mean that it is, you know, the best show on TV, right? You see that all the time, right? Breaking Bad, I don't think it was ever the most viewed show, right? But a lot of people still consider it the best television show ever. So, you know, again, we have to understand that. But in terms of popularity and viewership and the money that NBC is going to be making from this show, it is it's just through the roof. It's insane. So, anyways, I think this was an obvious decision for NBC to make, to give them a full season order, which only ends up actually being 3 more episodes. But still, I mean, those are 3 more episodes that they didn't have before, and now the season will be a full 16 for a season 1, and we don't see that a lot right now. A lot of shows are kind of going with that 10-episode format that kind of Netflix kind of first came out with, I would say. A lot of seasons are going with that, or 13. So for a season 1 like this show, to have a 16 episodes first season, I think that's going to be beneficial for NBC and Manifest. So insane numbers here. Probably the most amazing number, or the most astonishing number out of this whole thing, is the 4.2 rating in the 18 to 49 demo. That is insane. Like, that is insane. And I think that really speaks to the fact that this show is enjoyable to so many different audiences. And I mentioned this in the premiere review, but it's not a show that's kind of restricted to any one, generation or any one type of viewer. I think really anyone can enjoy this type of show, and a lot of people are comparing it to Lost. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I think I'm one episode behind. I didn't catch this week's episode because I've been very, very busy this week and last week with a lot of stuff. So anyways, I have that one to catch up on. But the first, I believe, 3 episodes I've seen, or is it first 3 or 4? I think it's the first 3. So the first 3 episodes have been very good. The mystery is great. And again, I haven't seen Lost, so I can't really make those comparisons, but I totally see where people are coming from. And obviously we see it in the ratings, right? We see it in the ratings. So this is just insane, the amount of support that they've had. But again, another question to raise here is, how did they gain 8 million viewers in delayed viewing in this week, right? So either that means a lot of people, PVR'd or DVR'd it, right? They recorded it and watched it later. They watched on the NBC website. They watched through, I think NBC has somewhat of a streaming service where you can kind of pay to watch the episodes. So maybe any of those 3, I guess, would have been that spark for that 8 million more viewers. But again, that's insane. So again, I think that speaks to what's going on right now in current times, in that more people are, instead of watching it live, they're, going online, seeing what other people think, and then going to a streaming service or going, to the website and paying that way and watching the episodes. Because you hear more and more people, whether it's true or not, saying, oh, I don't have cable anymore, I cut the cable, right, in my house. And, I mean, maybe that's true. I think a lot of people are kind of, bullshitting. But anyways, and so maybe they're all going online now and checking out the show after, and maybe hearing, oh, well, this show got a lot of good buzz, the ratings are good, why not, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to go online, pay for this episode or whatever, and I'm going to check it out. And I think that's what happened with this show. So the biggest thing, though, is will this continue? Yes, the premiere got 18.4 million viewers. Again, insane. Like, that's it, for a network premiere, a network pilot, that is insane. Like, NBC has got to be just, floored right now. They got to just be so excited and probably so thankful to the creators and everyone involved with Manifest right now. And New Amsterdam. New Amsterdam has been great for them too. So, again, this speaks to NBC's very, very big success in this fall season so far. We're only about we're about a month into the fall season, and they have already, I would say they've already won the fall season, because they've already ordered 2 of their shows to full season orders, and Manifest Manifest is number 1, and I believe New Amsterdam is like number 2 or 3 in the new shows in terms of ratings. So, like, insane job for NBC this fall. But anyways, I totally am on board with this. I think they definitely deserve the full season order, and we'll have to see what these 3 more episodes will have. So, and it also is important, though, in that, are these 3 episodes, since they are going to be kind of, produced afterwards, after the other 13, how are they going to do it? Are they going to split it up with the first 10 and then maybe the last 6 for the season? Or are they going to do 13 and then come back with the 3 episodes? So we'll have to see. Or maybe they'll do no break. I'm not exactly sure. So we'll have to see how NBC lays this out. And then also this speaks to when season 2 will come out. So, and I think it's, kind of a foregone conclusion that we're going to get a season 2, especially if they're getting a full season order and, they're averaging these types of viewers and these types of ratings. I think it's a for sure thing. So, anyways, obviously that won't be announced for a while yet, but I could see it definitely happening. So, anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this one. Let me know what you think of Manifest so far. If you're watching the show, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this history being made by Manifest here in the biggest 7-day gains of any show in Premiere Week ever. Insane. So, anyways, NBC is doing something right here, and they definitely deserve a lot of credit. I really I'm not a big fan of NBC after they canceled The Brave and multiple other series that I really enjoyed. I find they have a very short rope for things and a very long rope for specific other things, and I don't think they're always fair with it. But you got to give credit where credit is due here, and NBC, in my opinion, has already won the fall season in terms of network television. They are doing a fantastic job, honestly. Really, really great job. So, anyways, guys, again, yeah, let me know what you think of that one, and let me know what you think of Manifest so far. It really, really great. And the cast is one of the biggest positives for me. For a network show to get those type of actors and actresses, you know, you have Melissa Roxburgh, you know, Josh Dallas, I believe, Jared Ramirez, you have Athena Kirkanis, I think is how you pronounce it, and all of those actors and actresses, I've you know been seeing in other TV shows, and I think they're great in this show. So if you haven't checked out Manifest yet, I really suggest you check out the pilot, and maybe help these ratings go up a little bit, you know. But anyways, so yeah, really great news there from Manifest and NBC. All right, so let's move on to the next news topic, which is our first trailer of the day. All right, so this one is the Narcos Season 4 trailer review. But the way that Netflix is kind of advertising this is that it's Narcos Mexico, right? So instead of necessarily a Season 4, they're kind of putting the name Narcos Mexico on it. In that it's a whole new, right? It's a whole new story for this season, and a whole new story really for the show, right? Like, the last 3 seasons were all kind of in Colombia. Obviously, the first 2 focused on Pablo Escobar, but the first 3 were all in kind of Colombia and that sort of realm, and this is really a different show starting in Season 4. So, quick kind of synopsis that Netflix gave us for this one. It is Mexico, 1980, and the story, it is the story of the birth of Mexico's drug war. So, and we also get a premiere date, which is important, which is November 16th. So, Narcos Season 4 will be coming out November 16th on Netflix. Of course, it'll be a you know, all 10 episode type of thing. All 10 episodes of the season will be, you know, kind of published on November 16th. So that you can tune in to all 10. So, anyways, you know, great news. I'm really looking forward to this one. We weren't sure when we were going to get it. Some people were even, you know, speculating that we may not see this till 2019, because I think typically it comes back in September, but it was a little bit delayed this year because of the new season and obviously the new sets and the new cast and everything they had to get together. And so yeah, but it is November. Luckily, we don't have to wait till 2019, which is pretty cool. And I'm really looking forward to it. So, in terms of the trailer, I'll share my thoughts, and then I'll share my thoughts of kind of the overall season and what we might see in this upcoming Season 4, Narcos Mexico. So, really great stuff here. Okay, so my trailer thoughts. The music was awesome. It was awesome. It really sealed the really, you know, really kind of brought the whole trailer together, right? Really stole the show. It was really great and really fit with the way that the whole the scenes were playing out as the trailer was going, right? The music kind of fit with that, and it was kind of synced up with the beat and everything like that. So the music was really great, and the music has always been a big part of Narcos in the series, and they do a great job in the trailer as well. I think there's like 3 different songs, and I really like it because with each song, it's like a kind of a different tone in the trailer. I think there's really 3 parts to this trailer where they break it up, and each one has that music in it, that song that's kind of bringing that up. So really great job with the music to start off. I loved all the explosions and the action and all that stuff. That was really great, and that's something that Narcos has always been, you know, very good at, right? It's a brutal, kind of ruthless show with a lot of that stuff, especially with Pablo Escobar in Season 1 and 2. A lot of explosions, a lot of action, a lot of kind of sudden scenes. You know, a shooting happens, like just all of a sudden, everyone's dead, you know, really those type of scenes like that, and they didn't hold back. It was really great in this trailer to see, but again, in turn, I mean, it didn't give a lot away. I thought it was good in that fact too. It didn't give away a lot of scenes where, you know, oh, like, I know what happens then, right? The only one I would say is seeing that Michael Pena's character, I don't remember his name, but we do know his name in the show. But anyways, Michael Pena's character was taken hostage, I think, and he had kind of a bag over his head, and they take the bag off his head. That was the only scene where maybe I think they gave a little bit away. But again, we haven't seen the season, so we don't know where in context that is, or if that actually does even play a big part in the season. So anyways, I think other than that and a couple other little kind of things, I don't think it gave a lot away, which is really awesome. You know, you want to have that balance, right? You don't want to give too much away that people are going to tune in and then later say, oh, the trailer ruined this for me, right? But you don't want to go on the other hand and be like, oh, well, that trailer did nothing. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, right? So I think they did achieve that balance, and I think it was really great in that fact. Really displaying the new feel to the season, I thought, though. I think this season is going to be a little bit different, not just in terms of the location difference, but I think it is going to be a different kind of theme to the season and to the show. I think Narcos season 1, 2, and 3 are going to be a little bit more dark and a little bit more, more kind of dark and more kind of, I don't really... I can't really describe exactly, like, it's hard to say, but I think this is going to be a little bit more upbeat, if you know what I mean. Maybe a little bit more comedy, a little bit more comedic relief in terms of that, because again, Michael Pena is a great comedian, so, why else would they get a guy like Michael Pena? And a few little lines and a few little scenes in the trailer seemed a little bit more upbeat and a little bit more comedic, so, we'll have to see exactly how that plays out, or maybe they're just showing that kind of tone in the trailer. But I do think in that fact it's going to be a different feel, a different kind of theme to this season, where it might be a little bit more upbeat. Again, of course, we're going to have those ruthless, brutal moments, but I think they're going to be kind of spread around a little bit more in terms of then allowing some more kind of comedy and more relief in some scenes. So anyways, that's just my feeling. Showing us the big players, really did a good job of that, right? Showing us Miguel Felix Gallardo, who looks like he's going to be the focus of it, right? The leader of that new cartel in Mexico. And I forget Michael Pena's character, but of course we got introduced to him and a couple of the other guys too that are going to be involved. So that was really great as well. So in terms of the trailer, I thought it was very good. Relatively short one. I think it was 2 minutes and 20 seconds or something like that. So if you haven't seen it, I really suggest you check it out. And if you're excited for Narcos Season 4, you gotta see it. So anyways, it's on YouTube. It's on the Netflix YouTube channel. So now my thoughts for Season 4. So looking ahead here. So I will say just... first off, I think Season 3 was a big step down for Narcos, at least for me. So, I've seen a lot of people that are really big supporters of Season 3 who liked it just as much as Season 1 and 2, and I understand that. Right, of course, all television, really subjective, right? A lot of people have different opinions, but in my opinion, I think Season 3 was a step down. I only made it through, I think, the first 3 or 4 episodes within the first couple months of it coming out. I just really was having a tough time getting into it. And then I did end up finishing it, I think, a couple months ago. And I just really thought it was a step down. I think Season 1 and 2 with Pablo Escobar he was such a force, right? And that character and that presence at all times really was influential in the series. And for me, I really think that that was really missing in Season 3. I thought, obviously, Pedro Pascal did a great job of reprising Michael Pena in Season 3. Or not Michael Pena. Wow. What was his name? Pedro Pascal, Javier Pena, not Michael Pena. So, anyway, so they did a really great job, but I think he was one of the only positives in Season 3. I thought the absence of Boyd Holbrook was also a big one, too. I think he was great in Season 1 and 2. So, anyways, I just thought Season 3 was a little bit of a step down, but hopefully Season 4 will kind of bring this show back for me, in my opinion, and make it, a very good show. And for me, Season 1 and Season 2 is some of my favorite television I've ever seen. I really, really did enjoy it. And honestly, I just really didn't get into Season 3. So, Anyways, for season 4, though, I'm looking forward to seeing Michael Pena in the role. I can't wait to see what kind of performance he gives. I think it's going to be awesome, but I'm just wondering how far he goes from comedy to serious to drama, right? I'm wondering that the way he's going to go at this role and the way they're kind of writing it. So, anyways, I'm really looking forward to seeing Michael Pena in Narcos. It's going to be awesome. So, that's going to be great. And I am looking forward to kind of the new type of Narcos. Like I said, not just the location, but also, the kind of new theme that they're going to be working with for this season. And I can't wait to see the characters and the faces of this story playing out in season 4. So anyways, guys, I can't wait for Narcos season 4. This trailer was really great in getting us kind of ready for this new season on Netflix, and can't wait. So November 16th, mark it on your calendar. Narcos season 4 is Narcos Mexico, whichever you like to call it, is coming out on Netflix. So anyways, I'll be tuning in, and I think it's going to be great. Alright, so now let's get to the next topic here, which is our next trailer. And this one is the Counterpart Season 2 trailer. So, again, going to go over a little bit of my thoughts and of the trailer, and then my thoughts of the season. So, for Season 2, this is kind of the synopsis that we got from Starz Network. Their world has been conspiring, and our world has been compromised. Season 2 returns December 9th on Starz. So, this trailer was actually pretty early. In terms of actually television trailers, this one is pretty early. This one is about a month and like 3/4 or a month and 2/3 early, actually. And typically, I think it's about a month for TV trailers. And so, yeah, so this one's a little bit early, but Starz obviously wanting to market the show and wanting to get it out there. And I think it's great. Like, that's a good thing. I think it's good. So, anyways, here are my thoughts of the trailer. So, thought it was very good at setting the tone, right? Just in the first seconds of this trailer, you get kind of put in the situation right back from kind of where we left off of season 1. And really setting that tone again, just the type of, cinematography, the visuals, kind of the colors that were set, and then also seeing, J.K. Simmons within the first couple seconds. I think literally the first second is him on screen. So really setting the tone there. And I thought, you saw some dark scenes and then some, quick cuts here and there. So I thought that was really great too in setting the tone and the theme of this season, and also just the series in general. So thought did a good job of introducing some new storylines now with the parallel worlds. Now that we know season 1, those storylines kind of came to an end, but of course in the finale, a couple were kind of, brought up, and now it looks like we're going to see the aftermath of kind of what has happened. So I think it's going to be awesome. Some new storylines and some new characters that we haven't really met yet. And so I think those are going to be really cool as well. And the trailer, again, did a great job of not showing too much and showing maybe just enough in terms of the new storylines and the new characters that we will see in this season. So it was great to hear the theme music for the show. I really, really love the theme music. Really gets me in the mood. And again, that just speaks to the setting the tone as well, in that playing that music right from the beginning too. So again, really great job of developing this tone, and that music is awesome. So, and I think it played like from the first second to the last second of this trailer, and so in that way, I thought it was very, very good. And it looks like Howard is in some trouble in this trailer. Obviously the Howard in wow, this is hard. Like in his world. And then the other Howard, right, who's now a spy and has been, it looks like has been apprehended. So, anyways, this is going to be a good season of television, let me tell you. And Howard is definitely in some trouble. So, really great trailer again. This one's a little bit shorter. I think this one's about 2 minutes long. Compared to the other trailer, Narcos. But yeah, so I think this one's about a 2-minute trailer, short, kind of to the point, doesn't show too much, just shows enough, and a really great job of setting the tone. So now my thoughts of the upcoming season. I think it's going to be another great season. It says even at the very beginning of the trailer, critically acclaimed series, and no doubt at all, right? This season 1 was very, very good, and I thought it was a very great season of television. Starz is, I have total faith in them that this one is going to be another great season, and I think this one's also going to have a couple more storylines that are going to be really captivating outside of kind of the main one with Howard's kind of double identity, right? Multiple worlds here colliding. So anyways, I think it's going to be a great season, and I think they really could take this story a far way, really. I think they could really do a good job in telling the story throughout many seasons going forward. So I think this is just the beginning, honestly. I think this is a really great series. I still think that J.K. Simmons should have won an Emmy for season 1, and if I recall correctly, was he nominated? I can't remember right now, but I think he was nominated for season 1, or he wasn't, I don't know, but anyways, he should have won. I really do think he should have won. He did an amazing job. He's an Academy Award winner. He plays 2 characters, and, some shows you have an actor, okay, he plays 2 characters, but he literally plays the 2 main characters in this show. He is a powerhouse in this show, and his performance as both of these characters, who are pretty different, right? Pretty different, is amazing. So I think he is going to be obviously great in this season, and I really still think he should have won an Emmy for season 1. He's awesome. So anyways, I do think that this is one of the best sci-fi shows on television right now, and if you haven't checked this one out, I really suggest you do. Season 1's 10 episodes on Starz. Go watch it, and then get ready for the season 2 premiere on December 9th. I think this show is special, and I think it really deserves more popularity, to be honest. So anyways, really looking forward to season 2. I thought this trailer was really great in setting that up. I'm not sure if there might be another trailer or another kind of teaser, because this one is a little early, so we'll have to see what Starz gives us. But as of now, December 9th is the premiere for Counterpart, and again, we'll have to see what happens in between now and then, and kind of what happens. So anyways, it's going to be a crazy season 2, and I'm really looking forward to it. Hope you guys are too, and again, if you haven't seen it, I really suggest you check it out. Alright, so now on to our next topic. And this one comes from us from the Hollywood Reporter. This one is Martin Freeman. So, this one is not, huge in my purview, of shows that I'm checking out currently or anything like that. But I really do enjoy Martin Freeman as an actor. I really think some of his performances have been really great. I think he's a really funny guy as well. And this was just kind of great news for me, and definitely something that I'm going to be interested in going forward. So anyways, again, Hollywood Reporter gives us this one, which is Martin Freeman comedy gets series order at FX. So this is really great news. All right, so it starts off with Martin Freeman is returning to FX. The former Fargo lead is set to star in the comedy Breeders, which has been picked up to series at FX. The 10-episode project hails from creators Martin Freeman, Simon Blackwell, and Chris Addison, who is involved with Veep, it says here. FX describes Breeders as a series that, quote, exposes the parental paradox that is possible in the very same moment to love your child to the horizon of the universe while being wow, I knew this word was going to be hard, but while being apoplectically angry enough to want to send them there. Kind of a weird description here, but anyway, so, you love your child, but you also, want to, you love your child in the universe, but you also kind of want to send them there to get them out of your hair, if that makes sense. So, Martin Freeman stars as a caring father discovering he's not quite the man he thought he was. So, this is from the president of FX Originals, Nick Grad, and this one is, Martin Freeman is an incredible, versatile artist who is perfectly paired with the wonderfully talented Daisy Haggard in Breeders. So, again, that looks like it's going to be his co-star or his wife, I'm guessing, or at least his partner in the show, and so that'll be pretty cool as well. And then Martin Freeman says, "I'm delighted to be making Breeders with a team that can make me laugh, whilst we look at some of the less discussed truths and challenges of being a parent. I really love this project and am delighted to be working with FX." So, really great news here. I think this one's going to be really a really fun show. And it gets a 10-episode order from FX. So FX obviously has worked with Martin Freeman in the past with Fargo, and Martin Freeman is really great. I think one of his more more prominent roles is obviously in The Hobbit, and that's what I really enjoy him from. Of course, he was in Sherlock Holmes on BBC. And then Fargo as well here. So yeah, Martin Freeman is a really great actor. I think he's really funny. And I think this series sounds like something that's going to be a fun show, honestly. And so obviously it's going to be exploring that kind of parental that parental theme with children and the parents and how they can get along. And Martin Freeman's going to be kind of the star of the show in being that father. So anyways, guys, let me know if you look forward to this one. I think I'm going to be checking it out at FX. We don't have any details of if they started shooting or when it's going to be premiering or anything like that, but if I had to guess, maybe FX, maybe the summer next year, because comedies typically don't take that long to produce. But maybe more. So maybe we're looking at maybe fall next year. It's hard to say, but anyways, I'm looking forward nonetheless. And FX, it's definitely interesting that they're kind of picking up something like this, while they typically stick to a lot of dramas, right? A lot of, of course they have Atlanta, but again, that's still somewhat of a drama, right? So we'll have to see what kind of tone and what kind of theme this show takes, in that maybe it's just a full comedy, or do they have those other dramatic aspects as well? Like, is it more of a sitcom, or is it, more of an Atlanta, right? So we'll have to see where they go. I would say more leaning to Atlanta, but again, we'll have to see. So anyways, guys, Martin Freeman comedy, I'm looking forward to it, and we'll have to see more developments. I'm sure we'll hear a lot of cast announcements coming up very soon. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think of that one as well. Alright, so now on to our last topic of news for today's episode, and this one has to do with The Terror Season 2. Really looking forward to this one, and any news about The Terror is going to interest me, because I'm really looking forward to the season. Alright, so from Deadline Hollywood we have, so I'm going to butcher this name, and I apologize in advance because this is a tough one, but Josef Kubota Wladyka, I think is how you pronounce that, to direct Season 2 premiere of The Terror. So, really great news here. It reads, Josef Kubota Wladyka has been tapped to direct the first episode of Season 2 of AMC's anthology series, The Terror. And also, he is doing Episode 2 as well. So he's doing the first 2 episodes of Season 2. The next iteration of The Terror will be set during World War II and center on an uncanny specter that menaces a Japanese-American community from its home in Southern California to the internment camps to the war in the Pacific. The 10-episode Season 2 is expected to air on AMC in 2019. Quote, "We are so thrilled to have gotten our dream director in Wladyka," I'll just say, said executive producer and showrunner Wu. Not only is he a proven talent in both features and television, but his Japanese-American background gives him a personal connection to this material as well. Wladyka is coming off directing the 3rd season of Netflix's Narcos, just talked about that one, and his other TV directing credits include AMC's Fear the Walking Dead, TNT's Animal Kingdom, and Cinemax's Outcast. I haven't heard of that one, but of course I've heard of the other 3. And so this is just really great news for The Terror, to get a director of this caliber to come on board and direct the first couple episodes of the season. I think this is really awesome, and it is really great to hear that he has that Japanese-American background. I think that's something big, and obviously I think he's going to bring that to the table here and really kind of, go into depth maybe a little bit more in showing us what this is like. Obviously, he didn't experience this, right, because obviously he's not old enough to be alive in the 1940s, but at least he has kind of that background and he can kind of take a more personal approach than maybe another director could. So anyways, I'm looking forward to season 2, and this is great news to hear that they got a director, again, of his caliber to direct the Terror first couple episodes here. And this story, I think, is going to be very powerful. I think season 1 was a very powerful story, but maybe not as influential in terms of just the kind of the amount of influence maybe that has, you know what I mean? So, season 1 was definitely a significant story, but I think season 2 has a more powerful message within it. So, we're going to have to see, and again, it is a horror-based series, so I'm guessing that we're going to see some dark, some brutal, ruthless, events in this season. But honestly, I'm ready for it. I really like season 1, and I'm totally down for this season 2. I think the story's going to be awesome, and it's great to see Wladyka as a director. I know I'm totally saying that wrong, but anyways, great to see him coming on board. So let me know what you think of the Terror Season 1. Let me know if you're looking forward to the Terror Season 2. If you haven't checked the Terror out, I don't know what you're doing. On AMC, go check out the Terror Season 1. Of course, it's an anthology, so you could watch Season 2 without seeing Season 1 as well. Anyways, guys, great news here, and I'm really looking forward to the Terror Season 2. Alright, so that'll do it for the news for this week's episode. Again, not as much, but still, a considerable amount, I guess. Anyways, guys. Okay, so now let's get to my weekly notables for this week in television. I only saw 2 episodes this week. Again, I've been very, very busy this last couple of weeks, so I do apologize for that. But anyways, my notable episode for this week of television is The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 2, The Bridge. I personally like this one more than the premiere episode, which maybe not a lot of people agree with, but I did. I really did enjoy this episode, and I thought it was a better kind of just general episode than episode 1. But I thought the premiere was very, very impactful too in building this new season and this new theme for the show. So anyways, I thought the episode was great. And I'm really liking the outlook for the season here. I think it's really great. Some things in the episode, threw me a little off, but, still considering, I think it was a good episode, and some really great stuff here. My notable performance for this week, I'm going to give it to Mary McCormack in the Kids Are Alright pilot, Season 1, Episode 1. Really, really impressed by the Kids Are Alright, by the way. If you want to, check out my premiere review I did for that. New comedy on ABC on Tuesdays. And she really stole the show for me. I thought she was awesome, really, really funny in the episode, and I think she's going to be awesome in the show. Of course, Michael Cudlitz is also starring in this show, and that's the main reason I checked it out. As a Walking Dead fan, I thought, okay, I got to support Michael Cudlitz, right? And it turns out Mary McCormack was even better than him to me in this episode, and I thought she did an amazing job. So anyways, I really suggest that show as well, or at least just check out the pilot and, give it a chance. I think it's like 20 minutes, right? Give it a chance, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about it too. Or you can check out that review and kind of leave your thoughts there. So, anyways, guys, those are my weekly notables for this week. And let me know what episodes you watched this week, what shows you checked out, and what actors do you think deserve a performance of the week for you? So that'd be great. So, anyways, guys, that'll just about do it for this episode of Let's Talk Television. If you have any questions, thoughts or whatever like that, leave those in the comments below of this episode. And definitely, if it's a question or anything like that, I can put that in next week's episode, and I will, of course, read it and answer it as a part of next episode. So, anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching this episode of Let's Talk Television. Some great talk about a couple of trailers here and Manifest and some other news, of course. Yeah, so anyways, we'll see you next Saturday around the same time, about 4:30, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, for episode 6 of Let's Talk Television next week, talking about all the TV news, and all stuff, interesting in TV. So, anyways, guys, once again, thank you so much for watching this episode of Let's Talk Television. Thank you so much for the support on the channel recently and this series. I do really, really appreciate it. And a couple clips will be uploaded, of course, from this episode, so you check those out as well. So, once again, last time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for Let's Talk Television, Season 3, Episode 6. Thanks, guys. See you later.